Tracking the cleanup across central Ohio. Once again, we have crews across the area to bring you the latest from where you live.
And we begin tonight in Franklin County, one of the hardest hit areas, Hilliard, right near Interstate 270. 10 TV's Ashley Berry live there tonight as residents and businesses work to get their life back to normal. Ashley.
Well, that's right, and it's taking some time out here. Power was knocked out this entire stretch of Mill Run. You can see behind us here, power crews remain on the scene at this hour. And while most businesses are back up and running, others are not as fortunate. Well into the afternoon hours, crews work to restore power and repair downed wires, streetlights, and even poles toppled by the early morning storms. The Hilliard intersection along Fishinger Boulevard was one of several areas pummeled by fierce winds.
I can't believe the lights are just switched around and the lenses are gone. I'm in shock. I can't believe it.
Caitlin Downing says she was stunned when she pulled into work this morning, stalled by the power outage at the intersection, and even more so when she looked across the street at Lowe's.
I just can't believe everything. I've never seen anything like this.
Lowe's did take the brunt of the storm, closed now until further notice, after most of the nursery covering was ripped off. Only a few plastic sections left flapping in the wind, plants scattered on the ground, and water damage inside. The damage so significant, parts of this rubberized roof were actually found a quarter of a mile away, tangled in this tree.
That's really shocking, though, just because we had driven up and I didn't even notice anything, but we came in the other way.
The debris fields stretched so far down Fishinger Boulevard, it took crews hours to clean it up. Those affected say they're just relieved it didn't happen during normal business hours.
I'm so thankful that no one was here last night and no one was hurt. I'm very thankful for that.
And just to give you an idea of the impact of this storm, where we're standing right here, I am holding on to what we were talking about, that piece of plastic on top of the nursery. It came off that Lowe's, which is pretty far away from us. I would say about a block and a half away. Coming up tonight at 5:30, we will have more on Franklin County crews and what else they had to deal with. For now, reporting live in Hilliard, Ashley Berry, 10 TV News.
Thank you, Ashley. If you're wondering what area was hardest hit, Marion County's Emergency Management Agency says Caledonia. Officials tell us the wind damaged several buildings, uprooting trees and snapping power lines. To hear that all, though, is one thing. To see it is something else. 10 TV's Tanisha Millette joins us live in Caledonia with more on what people experienced there. Tanisha.
Kirsten, this is what they're looking at right now. It's hard to believe, but this, and certainly all of this made up what was the second floor, or rather the second story of this building. The storm just toppled that second floor like Lego blocks, spilling debris everywhere. And here's the amazing thing, Kristen, no one in the homes nearby was hurt. In Caledonia, it wasn't just that building that seemed to topple over. The county's Emergency Management Agency says in this small section, more than 60 trees came down, leaving a mess for people to clean up and a lot of work for power crews. People here say last year's June storm wasn't as bad as this one.
Not like it is now. The roof up there you'll have to fix that, and then on this side above the door, it's clear down to the wood.
And back now live here at the scene of this building, it is just amazing when you see some of the things that are just hanging off that first landing, or rather what's left of that second story. And coming up tonight at 6, we've got some close calls for people in this area and how people in the community are coming together to help. Live in Marion County, Tanisha Millette, 10 TV News.
Thanks, Tanisha. Fairfield County also clearing away debris caused by last night's storms. 8 trees fell into a family's front yard in Baltimore. Look at that. And yet another fell onto a couple's home. The owner of this house says he got a call at work around 2 in the morning, letting him know a tree had crashed onto his roof. He rushed home to check out the damage.
I tried to pull in the driveway. I had to drive around because of the trees laying in the driveway. But once day broke, that's when I really got a good idea of what happened.
An entire barn blown to pieces because of the high winds in Baltimore. The homeowner says a horse inside escaped unharmed. We'll have more on this story ahead tonight at 6.
That is some damage. And all new tonight, Weather Service officials Ohio did see one tornado touched down.
We heard a lot about that last night. Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Chris Bradley gathering those reports and taking a look at what happened.
Yeah, and we just saw in Tanisha's report up there in Marion County, just getting word from the Weather Service, that was a downburst that did that kind of damage there with some incredible winds. As far as the tornado goes, it was back here across west central Ohio, and the National Weather Service in Wilmington telling me it was an EF0 tornado. The specifics will be coming up, but typically those are rated somewhere between 65 and 75 miles an hour. It happened here at the Neil Armstrong Airport in New Knoxville, which is in the southern part of Auglaize County. Well, here tonight, things a lot calmer. We will look ahead to your forecast for overnight and the weekend. Straight ahead. We could sleep tonight, guys.
That's a good thing. Brand new video at 5 o'clock from Delaware County. One resident captured the rotating thunderstorm that prompted a tornado warning last night. Just take a look at this time lapse. You can see the threatening low clouds as they move across the frame. And you can see the rotation in those clouds that can be very, very dangerous. And some serious damage from South Columbus. Residents along Landers Avenue woke up this morning to major trees down. Take a look at some of the mess. The street impassable. Several homes damaged, but fortunately, no injuries to report.